on-site and remotely. The on-site has really taken off, and I'm really going to talk a lot about that as well today. And then the BizService process, kind of how this works, how you get started with BizServices, so if you so choose, okay? You can start it at any time. A lot of them we have what's called a Biz Launch program, which you can do from the very beginning, go live. Or you can do it at any time you are a Paladin customer. You simply select your service, whether you want on-site or remote. Pharmacy is primarily remote. Hardware, we do a lot more on-site for. You can work with your sales team member or a CSR to choose the best bundle that will work for you. Really, if you call in anywhere in Paladin, any one of us will be able to help you and kind of do a breakdown to figure out the best bundles that work for you. Now, you can create a bundle yourself, or you can add on to an existing one that we already have. We actually have a PDF available on our website that you can take a look at any given time, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do now. I'm going to go ahead and pan over to that PDF here. Okay, so these you'll probably see a lot of these brochures at the show. So for example, Oracle's our next big one, which is next week. I'll be there. Charles, Tina, Janie, the sales team, a couple other techs will be there as well. And we'll have these available that you can go ahead and pick up, and you can also ask anyone detailed information about these BizServices, and we can help you out. So this is what the PDF looks like, and I want to kind of talk about the bundles a little bit so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on and the way that these are broken down. So the way that Paladin BizServices are broken down are in 3 different categories. We have a Paladin Biz Check, a Biz Fit, and then a Biz Prime. Now, the concept behind these is kind of like health of your store. You know, you go in for your basic checkup, and then fit to kind of like your regular maintained exercise. And then if you just want to go on out and do the elite and go from there and kind of have the big and the best. So we've got your Paladin Biz Check. Now, standard, your Paladin Biz Check is going to be all done remotely versus on-site. So you want to keep that in mind. And within these 3 categories, we have 3 bundles per category that you can use. You've got your BizCheck Starter, okay, it's going to have the store assessment, a level 1 training, and Paladin user meeting passes. We just recently had a Paladin user meeting in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to try to do one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast to try to serve all of our customers. So you'll be able to bring 2 customers or 2 of your employees with you within the price of this bundle. And the BizCheck Pro comes with everything for the BizCheck Starter, but then another user meeting pass, another training session, your BizManage automatic data backup, which I'll go over a little bit later, and then your BizManage bulk email server as well for good for 1 year. Now again, the BizCheck is all for remote, so that's probably going to be a little bit more suitable for pharmacies versus hardware. When it comes to hardware, you really want to have that boots on the ground and really have that face-to-face time, if at all possible. So that's where the BizFit comes in. Paladin BizFit is going to be your most popular bundles to choose from. That's going to kind of give you a good all-around feel of what's going on. So you have your BizFit Starter. Now, keep in mind these price points do include travel. Okay, that's why there's such a big jump. This does include travel, and you can actually even up the price if you want to do what's called executive travel, which is going to get you Charles Owen or the owner, Dan. He's willing to come and do these on-sites as well. So the BizFit Starter, all of our bundles are going to come with a store assessment that's going to be on-site. So our Paladin experts are going to come into your store, take a look, see how you do things, and see what's going to best benefit you guys as far as training levels go and kind of where to start and different and how to proceed. And then again, a level 1 training session. We have 3 standards plus a custom training session that you can also purchase. Paladin 1 senior team travel, which is going to be one of our Paladin experts, whether it be Jeremiah or Ryan or one of our other years of experience techs. And then 2 Paladin user meeting passes. The BizFit Pro, again, is going to be an on-site thing. You've got your store assessment. You have 2 levels of training, 3 Paladin user meeting passes, a senior team travel, and then again, the BizManage automatic data backup. We also have this option here of immediate if we need to do a rescue, so to speak. If it's one of those things where, no, we're in really dire need, we really need you. We need you here tomorrow or the next day. We actually do have that package available as well, where we can get one of our sites to you, or one of our techs, excuse me, to you the very next day. And that would also include user meeting passes, level 1 training, and then an automatic data backup for a year. And then we have our third one, the Paladin Biz Prime. So we have the Biz Prime Pro and the Biz Prime Elite. Now again, this is where the executive team travel comes in, where Charles and Dan are going to be the people traveling to you and getting that done. As you can see, we've got level 2s and 3s trainings and then some custom training. There are some requirements, so to speak, for these packages. You can absolutely purchase them, but you're going to need to purchase at least the level 1 training before you get into level 2, 3, or the custom training, just to make sure that you have some good Paladin knowledge under your belt. Now, the Elite is kind of everything. It's everything that we offer. You get it all in one package. You're good to go. I talked about how we can customize things, or you can have the pre-built bundles. So I went over the pre-built bundles that we have, and those are the ones that we offer. Now, you can create your own bundle, which is actually a more expensive option than just making a pre-made. Or what you can do is, let's say you want the BizFit, and you want the BizFit starter, but you want to add a couple of things to it, or you want to upgrade it and you want the executive team travel instead. You can go ahead and add, for $1,500, you can add the executive team travel instead of the senior team travel, and so on and so forth. You can add any of these to any of your bundles, or if you just want a level 1 training, you just want someone to come out for one day and come train your store, we can do that too. And these are the different costs of it. The Paladin Biz Coach is what you're watching right now, the webinars. We also have our knowledge-based article. You can search the how-to databases. And then we're also going to have training videos, which are always free, that are included in your purchase. This part here I kind of want to spend some time on, the BizManage solutions. So a lot of you are already aware of what CJ has going on with the managed antivirus and the Microsoft Office 365. If you guys do not have those programs, I would highly encourage you to call in and ask for CJ and to get your computers protected. We can protect your home computers as well as your Paladin computers, and we can get you going, and we're your tech people for any viruses that may happen as well. It's a really valuable service that can be as low as $5 a month per terminal. So it makes it a fairly affordable rate. Now, we have all these other options, okay? Database replication, bulk email server, catalog loads, which all come with your go live process. And if you need additional, these are the prices for it too. This year, what we have available that's coming, okay, that's coming across, we're going to be able to manage your guys' network and firewall if you so choose, and automatic data backup. What this means is we will be able to hold your data here. We'll have it on our servers. That way, let's say your server goes down and you don't have access to any of your backups, and you didn't make an off-site backup for whatever reason the night before, we're going to be able to have access to that. That way you guys can always, always, always have your data. We're going to be able to manage your operating systems updates. So your Windows updates that they do, that sometimes will crash your computers, we're going to be able to manage that. We're going to be able to manage your pricing plans and sales lists for you and try to make that a little more automated as well. When it comes to your business, it's really important to have a professional looking brand and a logo, and people really, they notice those things and they take those little things to heart, and it really does make them come back. So what you want to, Paladin is going to be able to help you with that. We actually have our own graphic designer that can make custom signage for you. We can actually design your website. We can do promotional emails, printed promos, the rich rewards bundle, but then also more importantly, we can design your logo for you. You can give us the specs on what you want it to look like, and we can do it for you. We also have options to touch up your current logo, so as you're going live, if we need to fix it, we can also kind of touch it up and make it look nice and professional there as well. So those are kind of the breakdown of what we have going on in all the bundles here. Okay, I'm going to minimize that and go back to my slides real quick. This is also available on our website, by the way, paladinpointofsale.com/bizservices. Okay, so how are these bundles going to help your store? You can choose one or the pre-made bundles and customize it, okay, as we talked about, but then what these bundles are going to do for you. These bundles can support your business growth in stages, give you face-to-face time with our Paladin experts, which things have been shown that you tend to retain information a little bit more when you have that face-to-face aspect and when the boots are actually on the ground versus just remotely over the phone. And then it's also going to help you to create that professional look that we talked about for your store using the Paladin branding aspect of this and really kind of getting a good jump start with your website and with your logos and things like that. So which bundle is right for your store? Well, the first thing you want to do is really with a store assessment, even if it is remotely. On-site is better, but remote is still okay too. You can call in and you can get a store assessment, okay, from our Paladin experts and even from our sales team. We can call and talk to you about kind of where your concerns are and where your knowledge may or may not be inside Paladin, and then we can help you properly assess your store and figure out which bundle is going to be the best for you, or if it's just going to be a couple of the a la carte items that we can go ahead and take care of right then and there too. A good place to start, if you're not interested in the store assessment and you're just trying to figure it out and you want to go ahead and jump on in and get a bundle yourself, a good place to start is with a Paladin topic that you want to know more about. So for example, I had a store call in and say, I want some training on suggested order. Can you get me boots on the ground for an on-site suggested order training and to learn about inventory? I said, absolutely. And so they purchased just an 8-hour session, a one-day training with boots on the ground because they know that they want to learn more about suggested order and inventory. So it's kind of a good way to start, is to break Paladin down, so to speak, into section. So to learn more, as I said, we have our website. Okay, you can go to paladinpointofsale.com/bizservices. You can print this out. And again, at all of the shows, we're going to have these flyers. We're going to have these little pamphlets available to you to take, and you can also ask any one of us about questions. You can also sign up for these BizServices either at the shows or just over the phone, and then we'll work with your guys' schedule for traveling to make sure and get this done. And then, of course, as always, a recording of this webinar will be available at paladinpointofsale.com/webinars. So this webinar is kind of brief and nice and short, which is never a bad thing. So that's all I have for you guys today. Is there any questions or anything at this time?
Nope, no questions.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and you guys have a good rest of your week.